Hello, fellow aspirants. This is me, Dr. Jagdish Jagtap, and in today's podcast, we'll be discussing the arguments for and against holding simultaneous elections for Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. Let us first look at the four arguments. The first argument is that it will improve or help the legislative functioning, because at present, what happens is, suppose this is the legislature, all the parties want to grab attention. So for that, they indulge in walkouts, obstruction of the procedures. So that will decrease if simultaneous elections are held. The costs will also go down because conducting multiple elections drastically increases the cost of election holding. So if they are held together, the cost will go down. The political parties are permanently in election mode. So if the simultaneous elections are there, then this will also help. And there is benefit to the economy because suppose this is the point where elections are held. Sometime before that, there is a model code of conduct. So no major policy decisions can be taken in this time. So this causes a kind of policy paralysis, and if such elections are held together, then it will be helpful for the economy also. But there are many arguments against this proposition. First is the premature dissolution or the loss of confidence or precedent rule in a state. If this happens, it will jeopardize the timetable of the election schedule. Secondly, the articles in the constitution, that is 85 and 174, specify that if a assembly for 174 and Lok Sabha for 85 are dissolved, then elections have to be held within 6 months. So if they are not held within 6 months, then it is disobeying the constitution. The elections helped a party to gauge the pulse of the people and then change course accordingly. Let us take the example of BJP losing in Bihar. So they lost in Bihar, so they might think that we have to change our policies a bit. Something which we are doing, people are not liking it. So it helps to know the pulse of the people. It ensures answerability because the party has to come to the people both for the Lok Sabha elections and then for the assembly elections. So the answerability is ensured. Local and national issues are totally different. We can have the example of Delhi, where the AAP won 0 seats in the Lok Sabha but 67 seats in the state elections. So local and national issues are different and they should not be overlapped. There is a problem for logistics also for the election commission because at present election commission does not have any machinery of its own, and if it has to conduct simultaneous elections for both the Lok Sabha and the assemblies, it will become highly difficult for them. Internationally, we have some precedent. South Africa and Sweden conduct elections simultaneously, but they are small countries compared to India. In Germany, there is a simultaneous no confidence motion and a confidence motion. That is, suppose this is the government and this is the opposition. When the opposition moves a no confidence motion against the government, at the same time it moves a confidence motion for itself also, so that when these are gone, immediately B forms the government. So this is the entire scenario for this election conduction. This is sufficient to write a mains answer or an essay also. I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot. Keep studying.